Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Putri Aisyah Kistina binti Azizan from 80242-2A Bachelor of Science in Agronomy with Honours. For today's presentation, I will be sharing about Chapter 4, which is photosynthesis, focusing on the light-dependent and light-independent reactions. Before we begin, let me share the learning outcomes for this presentation. By the end of this session, you will understand what photosynthesis is, where it happens, and the two main stages, the light reaction and the Calvin cycle. You will also understand how plants make food and why photosynthesis is important. Start with the most basic question. What is photosynthesis? Photosynthesis is the process by which green plants use sunlight to convert carbon dioxide and water into glucose, which is their food, and oxygen as a byproduct. The equation for photosynthesis is 6 molecules of carbon dioxide and 6 molecules of water are converted into 1 molecule of glucose and 6 molecules of oxygen with the help of sunlight. Next, let's look at why photosynthesis is so important. Photosynthesis gives us oxygen to breathe, produce food, and the foundation of the food chain. It also helps reduce carbon dioxide levels in the atmosphere, which is important for the environment. Moving on, where does this process actually happen in plants? Photosynthesis takes place in the chloroplasts, which are mainly found in the mesophyll cells of leaf. Inside the chloroplast, we have thylakoids, which look like sticks of coins, and the stroma, which is the fluid surrounding them. Each part has its own important role in the photosynthesis. Now, let's explore the two main stages of photosynthesis. First is the light-dependent reaction, which requires sunlight and happens in the thylakoids. Second is the light-independent reaction, also known as Calvin cycle, which happens in the stroma and does not need light directly. Let's take a closer look at the first stage, the light-dependent reaction. In this stage, chlorophyll absorbs sunlight and uses the energy to split water molecules into hydrogen and oxygen. The oxygen is released into the air while the hydrogen is used to form an ADPH. At the same time, ATP is produced, which stores energy for the next stage. After that, the next stage is the light-independent reaction or the Calvin cycle. This process uses ATP and NADPH from the light reaction together with carbon dioxide to produce glucose. Even though it does not need light directly, it depends on the energy produced in the light-dependent reaction. Let me explain the Calvin cycle in more details. There are 3 main steps. First, carbon fixation, which is carbon dioxide combined with RUBP using the enzyme rubisco. 2. Reduction, which is ATP and NADPH are used to turn the molecule into G3P, a sugar. Third, regeneration is RUBP is generated so the cycles can continue. To summarize what we have learned so far, the light-dependent reaction happens in the thylakoid and produce ATP and ADPH and oxygen. The Calvin cycles happens in the stroma and produce glucose using carbon dioxide, ATP, and NADPH. Before I end, here's an interesting fun fact. One tree can produce enough oxygen for 4 people in a year. This shows how important photosynthesis is for all living things. To conclude, photosynthesis is a vital process that supports life on Earth by providing oxygen and food. I hope this presentation has helped you understand it better. Thank you for your attention.